so this month's exercise of the month is our tree. So there's a few variations of tree that you can do, and there's ways that you can also break it down for clients that aren't quite ready to do it, and you can also do a variation on the mat. So we're going to go through the reformer variation first. So what you need is your short box and your foot bar to go down. So generally you want to be on 2 springs and you want them to be on the outside springs. So that's if you've got full springs. So you want space for your feet to go and rest on the carriage, or your calves to rest on the carriage. Now, contemporary reformers, they're all set up differently, and I found with mine that it was really tricky to find the right setup. So sometimes I'd put all the springs on so clients felt really safe, and if not, then I would put like 2 heavy springs on. What you need is your box, and you're going to pop it in the short box position. So, handles are off and the headrest is down. Now mine is going to go over the shoulder pads but not the pegs, and you can tell how far away to take the box. Right, setting yourself up and grabbing your strap, and then sitting on the box with your feet under the strap. And you should have about a hand's width behind you. If not, and your short box is already over the shoulder pads, then you might need to move. If you've got a stopper, you might need to move the stopper a bit further so the carriage slides back a bit, and that is the case with people with longer legs. Make sure your strap is secured, and what you'll do, depending on your reformer, you want to try and have your feet wide. Now I know with the reformers I used at HQ, I had to have my feet together to be able to pull onto the strap. So you want there to be tension on the strap when you end up doing this exercise. So for your tree, what you do is at the start you sit up straight, and the legs and the strap doesn't have to be on tension. You take one leg out and take your hands behind your knee. From here, my foot isn't on tension, so you can hear the rattling of the strap. That's okay. Keeping up tall, you're going to reach your leg to straight and then bend your leg. And the idea is you keep the same distance of your body to your thigh from here. Now for people that are quite tight, they might not get their leg to straight, or maybe lower their thigh so that they can straighten their leg a little further out in front of them. So adjust as you need to. So sitting up tall, we'll go through the full tree and then I'll show you the variations. So you've got 1 and 2 straightens, and then the 3rd straighten. On the 3rd straighten, reach up to your ankle or as high as you can, and then round your spine and pull your belly away from your thigh. From here you lean back, and then the other leg comes onto tension on that strap. And now the strap should be quiet from here. From here, you do 3 climbs down the leg, and you move your spine to reach down. So you reach 1, 2, 3, and then roll up. 1, 2, 3. We do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now on the 3rd one, if they can, they roll down and take their arms down to the rails, and then re-round their spine and roll all the way back up, and then pull forwards for a stretch. So that's your tree, and then you'll do the other side. So what I'll do now is show you some variations you can do. So you can work on just the straightening and do it as like an active reach through the back of the leg. So if your clients can't get their leg to straight, they're not ready for that roll back, I would just work on this, straightening the leg. And then their next stage is to then hold on to their leg and just practice that leaning back and trusting their body, trusting the strap. So rolling back and then rolling forwards. So rolling back and leaning back until their foot comes onto tension, and then seeing if they can take it a little further, and then coming forwards. And again. Their next stage would be come back and then work on that reaching down the leg. So roll your body down to reach, roll your body down to reach, roll your body down to reach, and then come back up. 1, 2, 3. So roll to reach, roll to reach. Their next stage would be to roll down and then take their hands to the box on the outside and use the support of the hands on the box to extend. And then re-round their spine to come up. So again, roll down, hands on the box, push into the box to lengthen as you extend, and then re-round the spine, and then come back up. So once they're capable of that, then you know that you can progress them on. So they'd roll down, all the way down. Their hands would come down to the rails on the last one. They hold, and then re-round their spine and come back up. So the final kind of additions on from here are pushing into like a bit of a back bend and then doing some circles with this leg. So once they're proficient at all of that, which is pretty challenging, so it's going to be like quite down the track, then they grab hold of the rails and do their one leg circle in that position. And then the other way. And then re-round. And then come forwards. Now, for people that are struggling to reach their leg, you can use a magic circle or a strap. So I'll show you both. You can use the strap, which is just a spare strap from, this is just from a springboard, but it could be a spare strap on one of the other reformers. We've got them, we probably do at the moment because of COVID. Lots of straps. Alright, so I'm going to swap legs, and I'd get them to hook this around their leg and just hang it there. And then they'll do their 3 straightens, and then on their third one, they grab hold of their strap. And you can see here how that adds length. So rather than me being here, I'm now further away. And then for them, they can hold on to that strap as they roll back and up. Now, they could take it to their foot. This is going to kind of give them a little bit more of a neural stretch, and already it's a little bit harder for me to reach. So there's that option there as well. And then the other thing you could do is have them just holding onto this strap and having their knee bent, and then coming back to the upright position and just trying to straighten and bend from there to get the hamstring length that they might need. So that's with the strap. And then with the circle, it's pretty similar. So the braid part would come underneath your calf. And to be honest, it feels a bit like it might slide. So depends on what you're wearing. So for me, I'm going to put it underneath my foot, and I've got a bit further to grip on at the bottom compared to what I had for the strap. And then the same thing as before. So the leg pulls tight into the stirrup, and then we lean forwards and back. and then you can work your hands a bit higher up on the circle. So there are some ways that you can work on your one-leg circle with some of the clients that are a bit tighter. I would be leaving that rolling down section until you feel confident that they're able to do the leaning back and they're safe with the strap. So what else I was going to talk you through was what you might notice with people. So what you'll notice with people is maybe this noise. So that means they're not using their leg enough and they're not going to be safe to roll back. So they need to have their foot pulling really firmly into that strap. The other thing you'll notice is once they get back to this position here, this is what people commonly do. So you'll see I'm not actually moving my spine, just my arms. So then when they start to roll back, they'll do this. And then they'll come in a flat back and then they'll try and extend, which is, oh my God, really hard. And no wonder people don't like this exercise, so they feel uncomfortable and unsafe. So what you want to try and do is, I always go outside hand first because you get 3 reaches. And if you do your inside hand first, you get stuck with your hand in your crotch and you can't go any further. It's not very nice. So we go outside hand first, take it off, and then roll down so that you have to grab. Then take the other hand off, roll down so that you have to grab, and then the other hand off. And you'll see that I'm already down here. And then I can extend because I'm ready to. And then round my spine, and then same on the way up. I reach so that I have to climb up. So the difference there is this, no movement of the spine, or middle movement of the spine and then trying to extend, which is nasty, compared to roll to reach, roll to reach, roll to reach. And remembering not to take them into that extension until they're ready. Other thing I wanted to show you was just your short box series for your round back is a really good way to help them learn the shape and get used to the rolling feeling before you take them into extension. So hands either genie or around your waist and you roll back, stay in that round shape and take your back onto the box and then roll back up. So again, roll back and then roll back up. Now I'm sliding a little bit. What I want you to watch here is the same thing will happen. So your clients will roll back and then if you're going to get them to extend, they start to extend from here or they roll back and then they try and extend and their lower back is extending when you want that to be really supported on the box and to be able to extend through their upper back. So what you should be able to get them to do is roll down, roll onto the box. My lower back is now on the box. From here, I don't chuck my head back, I slowly extend over and then extend and reach back through my chest and head and neck. And then I re-round, curling myself back up through flexion. The way that you can help them here is hands on, but that's a bit hard at the moment. So rolling back, when they get onto the box, hands come to the box and lengthen themselves out and then look back and then use their hands on the box to help them come back up. And I would almost teach your clients some of that rolling action first with both feet supported by the strap before you got them into that position with one leg under the strap. So hopefully that's been helpful and useful for you guys in the studio. Let me know if you have any questions or have any issues trying to set up the reformer that you've got. I'd love to help you out.